What is up, fish fam, freshwater friends, and all you wonderful friends of the channel? Glad you guys finally joined us for this much needed, much anticipated video. So let's get a water test kit from your local fish store. This one comes from obviously Frog Prince Aquatics and Pond Supply Water Gardens. This is definitely a must-have, especially when you have so many tanks. Even just one tank. Knowing your water qualities, checking your parameters, and knowing what you got going on. Most of your fish stores will actually do a free water test kit for you. Test, I should say. Super easy, so let's walk you through the steps. Take off your lid here. You've got 4 jars here, little container sample vials. This is going to hold 5 milliliters of water in each one. Your booklet here, super informative. This is going to be something you're going to want to take good care of, and it's pretty well, you know, cut and dry, really. Like how many, what type of test you're going to do, how many drops of each, and then the bottles are also labeled. So you have your pH solution. So this is add 3 drops. So you got add 5 drops. So it tells you on each bottle how many drops to add. So let's go ahead and get a water sample here. Oh, dropping the lid's not the best way to start. So we've got a clean, clear vial. These have all been cleaned out already from my previous test. So we're going to take some water from the Malawi tank. Actually, you know what? Let's do the eel tank. I've been wondering how the eels are doing. So we're going to do the eel tank. And we are going to the 5 milliliter. This can be tricky. Just a little bit more. Too much. And a little bit more out. Oh, too much out. This can be, oh, bingo. Alright, that's the hard part. So since we're doing, we're going to go ahead and pull out all 4 of our vials here. Alright, so now we've got the vials lined up here. All water from the eel tank. This one's a little bit low, maybe right on the line, should be okay. So, let's start off with our pH solution. And let's make sure we check our instructions here. So we're going to go to our instruction booklet. pH test. It's going to talk about what to look for and why you're testing. It's going to talk about your test tips. You can also do a high range pH test. And so you're going to fill your solution with 5 milliliters of water, which we've already done. We're going to grab our pH solution, and we're going to drop 3 drops, holding it totally upside down, vertical, cap the test, and mix the solution. So this is going to be kind of tricky. Let's do this with 2 hands. Okay, so we'll use our first vial. Let's get 3 drops. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Put our lid on here. And then we're gonna let that solution find its color. And what we do here is we have our test ranges here. Okay. We're going to grab our solution, and we have a beautiful 7.6. Look at that. That's a beautiful color. Gorgeous. I'm liking that. Hopefully the colors are picking up here for you. Okay, so we've got a nice 7.6 on the pH. Okay, we're gonna skip the high range because we know that we're not in a high range. Ammonia. All right, let's grab our ammonia solutions. So we've got ammonia here, test bottle 1, and then test bottle 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and read our instructions here. We're going to go into our booklet. This is going to talk about why you test for ammonia, what the cycles are, and then we're going to work on our actual test and the parameters, testing tips. Super good information. Be sure to read all this. I've done this a couple of times, so I'm just kind of going through it real quickly with you, but it's best if you read everything, get the knowledge, and then that way you can pass that on when you help others, help out your friends and stuff, because it's really simple. It really is cut and dry. So we're going to add 8 drops for our ammonia solution test 1. So we're going to grab our bottle kit, being sure to not be that guy. We're going to put our top back on the pH. Put that back where that was. So bottle 1. Alright, let's open that with 2 hands. Again, these have a great child safety lid on them, so it does take kind of a safety hazard out of the plate, but you should always keep chemicals and stuff like this, your test kits, up high or in a locked room or wherever, you know, if you have kids around. So we've got our next bottle, next test, 5 milliliters of fresh water from our eel tank. We're going to take our solution, we're going to add 8 drops this time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we're going to be smart and put that lid on there. I'm going to put that back in the number 1 slot there. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to sure firmly. Alright. It does not say to mix in between, so we will now grab this bottle, give it a couple of tosses and shakes, and we'll get that added here. Okay. Again, we're going to do 8 drops of our solution number 2 into our ammonia test. Oops. Luckily that didn't actually drop in. This stuff is pretty thin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Again, placing our lid on these chemicals. placing them back into the slot. We're going to cap this container. We'll give it a couple of shakes. Again, I'm leaving my tests in the bottle so that they can set, and that we can actually get a nice, clean, accurate reading, making sure that nothing has changed over the time that we're doing the other tests. And don't just put your finger over the top of these. Make sure you put the cap on, because you could alter your test kit, especially with the pH, the oils, or anything on your hands. Okay. So we're going to take our ammonia. Look at that. Beautiful yellow. And that's going to tell me right off that we are at 0 parts per million. Hopefully this will, I mean, that's even lighter than the yellow that's there. I mean, that is really perfectly what you're looking for. That's gorgeous. I mean, and this is the eel tank. This is the tank that we have the custom built 5-gallon filtration, goes through the filter pads, the filter floss. I still need to add a bag of lava rock to that, is what was something I wanted to do, and get the bio just going crazy. I think that would be a huge kick with that. But again, it's just this one tank we're doing these tests on, and all these tanks will probably test exactly the same, to be honest with you. That's how consistent most of my tests really are when I do this. And I haven't done it in a while because my tanks just continuously have been fantastic. But that doesn't mean you should not do these. I just been slacking. So back to that. So we've got our pH and our ammonia. Okay. So we're looking at a 7.6 and a 0 parts per million on the ammonia. Now, two of the most important, nitrite and nitrate. Okay, these are gonna be our last two here. The high range pH, pretty much same thing, just a different chemical, just different colors. You're looking at different setup there. Okay, so let's turn our little caddy around here, and we will do, I think the nitrite first, because it looks like it's a 1 bottle. That should be easy. We're gonna go back to our test Y. We're gonna test for nitrites, and I'll try to go over all this stuff one day in a video. Maybe the next video we'll read through this and explain a few things. But it really is simple, and if you pick this up, which you really should do, you'll have a chance to read through all this and get your info. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find our testing tips and directions. Add 5 drops. So we got 5 milliliters of water in our test kit. We're going to add 5 drops of the nitrite, and we will then put our cap on and then wait 5 minutes. And that, again, that's why we're waiting. But most of this develops pretty quickly. So we got our nitrite. Kind of disappointed I mixed up my solutions here. That needs to be here, that needs to be there, so I don't drive myself crazy. Okay, let's open that bottle up real quick here. Okay, so we got the bottle off. We're gonna do 5 drops. Move that over here. All right, turn our bottle upside down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put our top back on. And while I'm doing this, I want to give a shout out to Cooper's Cichlids and Michael's Fish Room. Michael did a great video the other day, or I don't know when he posted it actually, about the inch per gallon rule. You know, I always joke about that being the rule for beta keepers. Of course, they never get very big. But check that out. There's also a great topic on... God, there's so many great channels out there in the fish fam. I always forget your It used to be Discus Newbies, or Natural Adventures or something like that. Check into those. Okay, so we got our baby blue color here, jumping around. Again, this is going to be our color pad. And that's our baby blue. 0 parts per million. Perfect nitrate, or nitrite, sorry. Okay. Always, this is exactly how all these tanks, when I test, this is basically exactly how they all come out. Using lava rock, filter floss, and fresh well water changes. Okay. I'm babbling, I know. Shout outs again, Cooper's, and somebody stole his car the other day when he was at the hospital. That was crazy. So, super important, nitrates. Alright, let's get this one down. Let's go to our handy dandy section here. Flip Aquatics. Check out Flip Aquatics also. I also love watching that guy. Always aquarium co-op. There's nothing's better than Corey and the gang. They're actually only 7 hours north of us. I need to make a road trip up there. Okay, nitrates. Nitrate test. Why we test for it. Tips and directions. Test number 1 solution. We're going to do 10 drops of nitrate into our dropper, and make sure it's completely vertical to assure uniform drops. That's the other thing that we need to talk about too. Making sure that your containers are mixed, and then holding them vertically when you do your dropper applications, so that way you don't get too many drops or too large and too fast. Vigorously shake the nitrate test solution number 2 for at least 30 seconds. This step is extremely important to ensure accuracy of the test. That's why I say shake your applications here. I feel like this is leaking somehow. That's not good. We better clean that up. Okay, yeah, somehow it looks like I managed to get this stuff all over the place. Not sure. So we're gonna make sure we want to wash our hands thoroughly when we're done with this. Okay, so 10 drops of solution number 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops. Shout out to the count. Y'all love the count, I know you do. This bottle, I don't know what is going on here. I'm worried about this bottle. Let me solve this problem real quick. Okay, much better. Seemed to have had an issue. Okay, put that back in our slot. Let's check directions. Do we need to cap the test, invert several times, and mix the solution? Okay, so that one we haven't had to do with the others. So let's do that now with this one. Grab our cap. Pop that on. And give it a shake for a sec. Let that sit for 1 minute there. Grab solution number 2, and we need to shake that for at least 30 seconds. Vigorously. Yeah, it says vigorously. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake solutions. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so now we need to add 10 drops of solution number 2. Shaking it vigorously for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. pretty sure I just messed that one up. The bottle seemed to have gotten clogged. But I am going to have to say I really don't care, because I already know that I have 0 parts per million in my tank. Maybe not. So yeah, I'm thinking I might have messed that one up a little bit. It's coming out a bit. Well, it's right in between, I'd say, almost. So yeah, it's getting a little bit orange. I think I messed that one up. Too many drops. So, still not too shabby. So that is how you do your test kit. Be sure, again, shake your bottle well. Follow the instructions. Don't add too many drops of each one, like I probably just did on this nitrate. Again, it's really cut and dry. The book is very good at explaining how and why to do all these tests. So be sure to pick one up. Test your parameters. And again, I'm not going to test every tank in here. I do it as kind of needed, maybe once every so often. If I start having issues, I'll test it and see what I'm dealing with. Usually to solve different situations, like for pH, I use a marine buffer, so it maintains it at certain levels. You can do a lot of different things from balance your water out. We'll talk about that in another video, balancing and water conditioning. If you live in the city and you're on city water, be sure to get some AquaSafe, some Tetra, some sort of water conditioner, dechlorinator. Get all the metals and all the nasty garbage out of your city water and stuff, so that way you have good instant. Usually it's instant, you know, works in seconds. Wait just a little bit. Highly recommend this if you live in the city or in a town with bad water. Pimifix and Melifix for fin rot and different external situations. Good medications. That's out of film. That's out of focus. Alright, so finally did it. Got my water test kit video done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, now it's time to clean up this little mess and get back to what I do.